Today, again, you have no motivation. You want to try hard, but when the moment comes, you can't. You keep scrolling your phone for hours. And today, again, nothing got done. You know what you have to do. You know it. But you just can't make yourself do it. And you feel guilty about yourself for being so lazy. If your days feel like this right now, please watch this video to the end. This video is for people who have no motivation and can't start moving. To get out of that state, I'll share 2 ideas from Japanese Zen. The first is Zensoku-kōdō. It means move first. The second is Ichisōji-nishinjin. It means first, cleaning. Second, faith. By the time you know these 2, your days, the ones where you couldn't move, should look a little different. But first, what is Zen really? Let me clear this up just a little. When people hear Zen, many think Zen is the same as Buddhism. But that is not true. Buddhism is like one big river. It began about 2,500 years ago in India with the Buddha. As it spread to many places, it split into many streams. Zen is just one of those streams. One branch of the big river called Buddhism. That is Zen, and the story doesn't end there. Even inside Zen, there are more branches. Japanese Zen has 2 main schools, Rinzai and Soto. And today's story is about one of them, the Soto school. It's the school started by a monk named Dōgen. Now when you hear Zen, you think of sitting in meditation. But in Zen, sitting is not the only training. Cleaning, cooking, eating, even washing your face. All of it is training. You don't do anything special. You just start the thing in front of you, right now. That itself is Zen. Now, keep this idea in the corner of your mind. Then let's look at the first phrase. Don't you think like this? When I feel motivated, I'll start. When I get in the mood, I'll go all in. But that motivation never comes, no matter how long you wait. In Zen, there is a phrase, Zensoku-kōdō. It means, before you think too much, just move. We usually think like this. Motivation comes, so we move. But Zensoku-kōdō says the opposite. Move first, then motivation comes after. The order is backwards. In Zen, doing something with your body matters more than understanding it in your head. Dōgen, the monk who started the Soto school about 800 years ago, left these words. Do not wait for another day to train. While you think someday, sometime, that day never comes. So, stop waiting for motivation. Just start and keep going for 5 minutes. Choose one small step, just one. Once you start moving, you may find you can just keep going. Maybe you can't move, not because you lack motivation. Maybe you just think too much before you move. So I said moving first is important. But you may think, if I could do that so easily, I wouldn't be struggling. You are right. Move and motivation comes. Sure, but I can't even start. That's the problem. I understand. Just because someone tells you to do something doesn't mean you can do it right away. That is why Zen monks keep training, every day, even today. They keep training for their whole lives. But can you suddenly enter a Zen temple and train? For most people, that's just not realistic. But there is a training you can start today, right away. Anyone can do it. You don't need any special tools. You need no special talent and no strong will. Cleaning. In Zen, there is a phrase, Ichisōji-nishinjin. First, cleaning. Second, faith. It means cleaning comes first, and faith comes after. In Buddhism, faith is a very important thing. And cleaning comes even before that important thing. That is how much Zen values cleaning. Now let me ask you one thing. Is your room clean right now? Sometimes people are strange. When the mind is a mess, the space around them is often a mess too. When you are full of energy and things are going well, your room somehow stays tidy, even though you should be busy. But when you have no motivation and can't get yourself moving, your room becomes a mess. Even though you have plenty of time, the state of your mind and the state of your room may be connected somewhere. If that is true, then trying to force motivation in a messy room is hard. Maybe the order is backwards. First, tidy your room, just a little. Then the mind follows. In fact, in Zen training, even when the room is not dirty, they clean every day at a set time. The place they cleaned yesterday, they clean again today. In Zen, cleaning itself is training, and anyone can clean. To change yourself with no motivation, there is no better training than this. But here is one warning. Don't try to do a big cleaning all at once. Don't try to tidy the whole house. Instead, put just one set cleaning into your daily life. Wake up just a little earlier than usual. Before you jump out of bed at the last minute and rush out the door, take just 10 minutes. Even 5 minutes is enough. Make a place you often use a little cleaner than yesterday. You don't need to do the whole house. Just your desk. Just a quick pass with the vacuum on the floor. Every morning, repeat the same set action. And while you do it, you don't need to think about anything. You don't need to try to do it well. Just move your hands, empty your mind, and clean. And as you do, before you know it, one thing's done. In Zen temples too, cleaning is a daily routine. Working, moving your hands, that itself is seen as training that grows you. And do this cleaning in the morning. This is important. Haven't you had this experience? You wake up early. Okay, let's do this. In the morning, your head is at its sharpest. So while it's sharp, you try to take on the hardest problem. And what happens? Right from the start of the morning, you stumble. It doesn't go well. Your hands stop, and you think, it went badly, first thing in the morning. Your heart sinks. That one time decides the mood of the whole day. It's still morning. And already, today is already a bad day. If the first thing you do in the morning goes wrong, the whole day often goes wrong too. Don't you sometimes feel this way? So your first move of the morning, make it something simple. Simple, sure to finish, but still meaningful. Cleaning is exactly that. It's not hard. It always finishes. But it sets your day in order. In the morning, finish that one thing first. Then your day begins with the feeling. Today, I did one thing. And this habit has one more important meaning. For example, one day, you cleaned in the morning. But in the end, you did nothing else that day. Days like that happen. But at the end of the day, when you look back, not, I did nothing today, but at least I made my room a little cleaner. You didn't do nothing. You did one thing. This makes a big difference. That one thing becomes your confidence. That one thing makes your heart calm. Morning cleaning. It should slowly start to move you. You, who couldn't move. So, how was that? Motivation is not something that comes before you move. It comes after you move. Let's look back at today's 2 ideas. First, Zensoku-kōdō. Don't wait for motivation. Move first. The second is Ichisōji-nishinjin. Start that step with morning cleaning. Make your first move of the day something simple. You can't move. Not because your will is weak. The order was just backwards. Move first. Just 5 minutes is fine. Run the vacuum in the morning. That alone is fine. That small step should start to move your days again. The days that had stopped. On this channel, I share the wisdom of Japanese ways of thinking in a form useful for people living today. If you wish to pass your days in calm, and this video helped you even a little, that makes me very happy. And if you carry a worry or a pain that you can't tell anyone, please write it in the comments. Sometimes it's easier to share with a stranger. May your worries and your pain grow a little lighter. Thank you for watching.